Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, my team of the highest light and resonance, thank you for raising me out of my bed. Thank you for this blessed Shango Thursday. Divine masculine, make it hot. Divine feminine, make it hot. I said spirit, make it pop. What's up, my unit? How are you? Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you're here on timing. Divine timing, that is. Okay. If you want a reading from me, my readings are here to activate, or we can check in. So what I mean by that, if you've never had a reading before, you want to be on a spiritual journey, you want to start a journey, you want to understand where you are in the beginning steps. This is what we call your fool's journey. I can do that. If you know you handle yourself very well, you would say you're a spiritual person, right? You operate with the universe, you deal with the full moons, you've never done readings, or you've done a reading before, but you're like, I like him. Come through. Okay? Personal power. The message that I got today is you have to speak up. I remember growing up being in cancer, knew what my problems were, identifying what the solution was and who I need to bring it to, but the fear of bringing it up and stepping forward. And it wasn't that it was a real fear of mine. It was a fear of knowing also with the cancer intuition of what is going to happen. So I didn't want to cause that chaos, right? But oftentimes we find when we hold things in, there's a chaos that brews inside, right? So this is the time of understanding repeated cycles. About how many times have you repeated yourself, right? So now you have to look inside and say, okay, am I communicating this clearly, right? Because we can communicate things emotionally in different levels, right? And it will change. The tone obviously changes the way somebody responds, and we hear all of that. Oh, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Once again, it takes an intellectual mind and somebody that can understand and take accountability and put their ego on the shelf and forget about a little bit of the tone and understand the zone. Yeah? Okay. Flexible, right? Be a little bit flexible, right? I'm a type of person, I'll say what I'm saying, I'm saying what I'm saying, I'm saying what I'm saying, somebody doesn't say it. I'll repeat myself, and let's just say I have to drop a F-bomb in there, right? I'd be like, so listen and listen, right? So da-da-da-da-da, and they effing, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like, I'm not swearing at you. It's just how I speak. I have a Scorpio rising, so, sometimes that little aggression of a swear word might come in, but it's not towards the person, right? It's the conviction in my conversation, right? Some people run from that. Some people will use that as a way to be like, oh, you're not listening anymore because you're so upset, you're so angry. These are methods, right, that people use to deflect, right? So you have to level up your type of communication by knowing that you're taking the time to clearly communicate what your concerns are and what your problems are, so that you can see what the real problem is. Do these people understand, or do they not care? Right? Here we go. Abundance. Root chakra. Right? Because they fucking with your money. You see what I'm saying? They fucking with your riches. Right? Meditated on this. Right? Your inspiration. Right? This is a time to is to release. Right? Here we go. Relationships with the sacral chakra. And we have love. Right? It's to really understand and get down. Right? Forgiveness here with the heart chakra again. Right? We have love and heart chakra, forgiveness, relationships. Forgive these people. Right? Forgive yourself, right? For sometimes having faith and believing in so much that of like minds, right? You can't beat yourself down trying to get through to situations that are just not trying to meet you halfway, right? Spirit says it's all love, right? Right? Peace. You rather take peace. And this is when you go on your own journey, right? We don't talk anymore. Why? What happened? You know? Instead of looking at it as like a real fight, right? Or altercation or situation, look at it as people have different paths of abundance. And what you're trying to communicate to these people in these places, they're just not, they're not part of your timeline. They're not part of your vision, or they're just a straight up hater. They don't want to see it come through. Right? So you got to do what you got to do. Family with the root chakra again, right? With your life purpose on the line here, with the throat chakra, walking to your path. You see what I just said right there? It's going to easily just be these people as well, right? Cancer energy comes around with Capricorn, right? So when that moon comes around, I find my season always brings like some deep tears. You start off the summer and you're sad, even though the summer's out and everything, because my season brings in that chance to crack that shell and cry for a second, let it out, right? It's healing. Like, no lie, I feel like I'm overdue for a good cry. From September till now, the healing that I've done, there's nothing to really cry about, but there's a bit of frustration of not slapping some of these holes up that I wanted to, because I had to give it to spirit to deal with it, right? I literally have to wait until Scorpio season, because there's about 2 people I want to expose, right? In this type of vibe too. The spirit says I have to give them 6 months to sit in this energy to really, and they're it's giving piece of shit, right? But it's gonna get like, spirit's like, let them stew in it, so that they know, and I know, and he knows, so that I can make that move in Scorpio and one of them load for that. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned in Scorpio season, because if I don't get my money, you feel me? Destiny. That's what I'm saying. Right? There's still a harvest here. Everything is all good. This is just your opportunity again to choose yourself. So she's like, me. This is my turn. Right? Focus on what you have and what's left. Right? Spiritual strength. Here's your 9. Right? You're stronger than that. Bulls. Right? So if you have spoken, I've communicated in every nice way as well in one situation. I've even called. I called for 3 weeks straight on a Wednesday and a Friday at the same time. Okay, at the same time, between 11 o'clock and 11:15 in the morning. And I'm being ignored for 3 weeks straight on the same time frame. So I said, we're done now. No more communicating. It's very clear. You know what I'm saying? And this also comes a time, my unit, when these energies, destiny comes around karma. When it, you know what I'm saying? When you get that opportunity and they wheel their ass back around. You know what I'm saying? Transformation. The tower. This is either we can go there, right? Or don't go there. You feel what I'm saying? That's what all this is. This is major. Right? So it's up to you. Right? Solitude. Right? I'd rather go my books. Exactly what I'm going to do after here too. When I get some writing done. I'd rather just stay to myself and go to my books. Stay in your heart space. Spirit's like, anchor it in the heart. Truth, judgment. Because I'll tell you one thing I know. I know who operates with love, and I know who operates with the Most High in their heart. Because oftentimes, this is a test, right? It will tell you what to do and who to talk to and what to say. But it's up to us to want to do it, and that's just the truth, right? So the judgment energy that's around you, right? Top true. Eighth house, Scorpio energy. The transformation areas of your life. This is about shared resources and intense emotions. See what I'm saying? Right? The moon, the fourth house. Exactly what I was talking about. Cancer energy in here. It's exactly what I was saying. Right? Your home and the roots of your being. Right? And Capricorn. Yep. Even sharing things. Right? The borrowing aspect. Right? Spirit's like, no more borrowing. And no more giving. Right? We're here to break up with our debt. I seen that sign and I was like, yes. Break up with your debt. Right? And your debt can also be in connection with certain people. Right? They're broke. They don't work. 12th house, the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. The work, health area, and duty-filled areas of your life. I'm gonna tell you, you're not. What's your end goal? What's your end goal here? Really? The thread. Yeah, it's all coming together. Figure it out. As you are figuring it out, this is it by putting it to the test and actually putting it together. Have all the pieces, right? All the pieces to the puzzle are here. But seriously, how are you gonna put this together? And when I mean that, is actually casting out. The heart, the Father, right? The offering, right? The Father energy. And we all know how that one goes, right? Right? Masculine energy in here. Figure out a way to provide more. If you don't have it, you don't have it, right? But there's something in here with the offering. Right? What you do have, right? Sometimes is enough, right? But you still just don't offer. You're having people ask when you should be giving it up, right? And there's some energies that do all they can, right? And that's all. It's not enough, right? Transformation. Thank you, angels, for reconnecting me with nature and fresh air. The weather is going to be picking up this weekend, so we can get outside. Leap of faith. Take a step back. Spiritual support. This is all this guided energy, loved ones in heaven. Trustworthy friends. You'll know. Change and transition. And watch out for the ones that come back around, because they're only here for that abundance. They see the riches in you, but they don't see you. Spirit says. Ashe.